All right, welcome everyone. What a wonderful turnout. Tonight, so I'm Bob Sharits. I am the program director at the Way Out Recovery, and thank you. And I always like to start out with a couple of things. I'll get into some announcements in a minute, but I don't want to forget to thank, first of all, everybody who's sitting in the room, those of you that have shown up here tonight. Our goal, tonight's event is pretty simple. We want to do two different things. We want to celebrate those that are in recovery. So let's start off by anybody who has ever asked for help, whatever part of that recovery process you are in, or if you know someone or you love someone that is in the recovery process from mental health or substance abuse or any of the disorders that go along with that stuff, let's start off by giving them a hand. It is a big deal that you are in recovery. It is amazing that you are in recovery. You should be proud of yourselves because we are extremely proud of you. It is, addiction and mental health, it can be so debilitating, and those of you who suffer understand that. And for you to get up and ask for help and to receive that help and get in the process is an amazing and incredible thing. Don't ever doubt yourself for that. Give yourself, be proud of that. Give yourself a hand for that. Give yourself a pat on the back. So our first goal is to celebrate those that are in recovery. And our primary goal here tonight is stigma reduction. What we want to achieve tonight is a twofold. We want those who may not suffer directly, who may not understand what it means or what it feels like to struggle with mental health or substance use disorders, to be able to look at those people who suffer maybe with a different perspective. For you to understand that anybody can suffer, that nobody is exempt from those issues, that it could be your brother, your sister, your next door neighbor, your best friend, it could be anybody, right? And we want people to start looking at those who suffer no matter what condition they're in. No matter if it's the person that suffers that's living over here in Stevenson Ranch, or if it's the person that suffers that's living in the Washington Canyon country. They suffer the same. They suffer the same. And we want you to understand that so that when you know somebody or someone approaches you, we want it to be a safe space. The goal tonight is for those who don't understand to be able to have an open heart and create a safe space so that those who are suffering can ask for help. And our secondary goal in reducing stigma is for those who are suffering. We want you to be able to, on whatever level you're comfortable. I tell the clients that I work with and the families that I work with, and if you're with me, you've probably heard me say this, maybe on numerous occasions. My goal for me personally, is to walk around in an absolute 100% transparent life. I want to live that way because I don't like having secrets. It doesn't sit well with me. I don't want to hide from people in the parking lot of Walmart, I want to answer every phone call and pick up every piece of mail, and I want to live a transparent life. And I would love for anybody, for everybody to have that same goal, right? And especially if you struggle with substance abuse or mental health, to have the goal of absolute transparency. Now, the way that recovery is set up, we want you to do that on your own time. We're not going to go out and tell the world that you're in recovery. But wouldn't it be nice to live in a world where I could do that and not be judged? Wouldn't that be nice? So our goal here tonight is to achieve that right there. And it starts with everybody sitting in this room. And so I want to, I want to thank you guys for showing up. Just this turnout right here shows that we're doing our work. Maybe more so that you guys are doing your work. And then I also want to thank all of our resources that showed up tonight. I don't want to name them all because I don't want to miss anybody. But if you haven't had an opportunity to visit the resource tables, please do so. We have provided you with some punch cards, right, to get a stamp on. And Leah will be walking around and collecting those, so you don't have to get up and turn those in. If you've gone around and visited the resource tables and gotten those punched, then we have a giveaway. So we're going to give, then you've entered a drawing, we're going to give you something for visiting those resources. But I also want to thank the partners that we have in this event. Last year was our first annual, and Child and Family Center and The Way Out partnered up, and we did this first annual event. This is the second annual, Voices of Recovery. We do it in September because September is Recovery Month. It's National Recovery Month. And so we celebrate recovery in the month of September. And so we are here tonight as a second annual to that. But we've also partnered up with College of the Canyons Health and Wellness Center. And so I want to thank Larry Schaller back there and his team who are doing an outstanding job right here on this campus in helping people who struggle with mental health issues and substance abuse. And they offer a lot of services, a bunch of other services to students over at the Health and Wellness Center on the main campus. If you're a student at College of the Canyons and you are not taking advantage of that wonderful resource that's over there, please do yourself a favor and go and visit them, right? And something that I want to put out there that I don't think a lot of people know about as well is that Child and Family Center for a little while now has a drug Medi-Cal contract, not just for adolescents, but they have it for adults as well. And they have a fantastic drug Medi-Cal intensive outpatient program over there. And so we get a lot of calls at The Way Out, and we take private insurance and private pay, and we refer the people who have Medi-Cal that need outpatient services to Child and Family Center because it's really excellent service that they provide over there. And so if you don't know about that service, please utilize that. So I want to thank those guys for putting this thing together. And then I want to thank our panel. I want to thank our panel. These guys are coming here tonight really to just open up their hearts and speak to you about what they are passionate about. I get the opportunity on a regular basis every Monday. Here, I'm going to plug this a little bit. Every Monday at noon on KHTS, there's a radio show called The Way Out Recovery Hour. Please listen to it. We have podcasts, all that stuff, right? But one of the things that I like to, when I invite guests and organizations on that show, one of the things that I like to point out is how honored I am, and I want to say this to the panel tonight, right, is how honored I am to have the opportunity to sit in the room with you guys who have dedicated your life and are dedicating yourselves to the pursuit of saving others, to the pursuit of helping others. Some of the people that are sitting in this room in various organizations have made a commitment to dedicate their entire lives to making other people's lives better. There's a lot of organizations out here. Light of Hope's here tonight. Valley Recovers here tonight. There's a lot of organizations that we work on a regular basis with that have some amazing people. In the Santa Clarita Valley, we are blessed. The problem is we're scared to ask for help. I don't know what that is. There's so many people that are out there suffering and they're not asking for help. And there are amazing organizations out here. All you have to do is ask for help, and there are people here to help you. And they have dedicated their lives to doing that. And so I want to thank them for that.